Hi, Mr. Jones, Wacom Middle School Orchestra, and I want to show you a twist on the G major scale that we worked on, and even do some 3/4 time work, because that's part of the lessons we're working on. And the twist on the G major scale is called G Mixolydian. So Mixolydian is the name that was given to it a long time ago. Look it up. I could tell you what I know about it, but not now. Basically, all you have to do is take a G major scale and alter one note, change one note just a little bit. The very second to last note, the seventh note of the scale, usually is an F sharp. G, G, there we go. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. If we change that F sharp to F natural, just one half step down, which is on the piano, one key lower, whether it's black or white, the next door neighbor key is one half step. If we change it to F natural, it sounds different. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. I said the wrong one. F natural, G. I sang the right pitch, but I said the wrong word. So if we change that one on violin and viola, it involves low 2. Most of you have probably seen this before, I hope. But if you haven't, here's a quick explanation. Cellos and basses, you'll be using different fingers too, but it doesn't involve the same sort of changes. We don't have to change our hand shape, usually. You could do it in ways that use your hand shape differently. But for violins and violas, we have to really make sure we are good at making a low 2 shape and a high 2 shape. So we usually start learning in high 2 shape, which is for F sharps, right? Where our 2 is right next to our 3. But if we play a note called low 2, we slide our 2 back to where 1 and 2 are buddies. So sometimes that's called the 2-3 shape and the 1-2 shape, or whole half whole shape, because there's a whole step between the first 2 and a half step between the second 2 and a whole step between the next 2. So the shape on our D string, when we get to the top of the scale, will be that low 2 to play the F natural. The shape on our G string, though, will still be high 2, so you'll have a dancing 2. It might be a good idea to, while you're listening to some music or getting some outside time watching the birds or watching TV show, do we still watch TV shows, is to take that 2 and see if you can play a low 2 and a high 2 while your 3 and your 1 are still on the string. Or maybe you can try it without the 3 and see if that 2 can slide up to its normal, it's where we start usually, high 2 position to its low 2 position, okay? See if you can practice that. It should be pretty easy to go back and forth, and it shouldn't change the position of your 3 and your 1. Your 3 and your 1 should still stay in the same place, no matter what your 2 does, okay? So preparing it in between the fingers is a skill that is something you need to be quick at. At first, it's really hard, and you probably need to take a break. At first, it's kind of unsuccessful, right? But either way, on the D string, we're going to play low 2, and that's all it is. Cellos and basses, it's just a different set of fingers for you, and I'll shout them out as we go. So here's what it sounds like. Let me play it for you in whole, so you can hear when I change the F sharp to F natural for G Mixolydian. So it's kind of a strange ending, and it really does have a spicy feel to it because of... Okay, there's a lot of fun music that takes those cues, those ideas, those steps to make people just want to boogie and play along and sing along. So that's how it sounds. I'll play the note, say the fingering for you guys, and then have you echo me. So get your instrument ready. If not, you can air bow or air play just so you have some experience, even if you don't have your instrument with you, or if you're not ready to play right now. Still practice the motions and say the fingering, sing the notes, sing everything if you can. So I hope you're ready. If not, hit pause and go get ready. Here's open G. Cellos, it'll be your open G, violin and viola open G. Bass, you're going to start 2 on your E string, your very lowest string. So here I go, G, your turn. Okay, next note is A, violins and violas first finger. Cellos, also its first finger. Bass, you're going to go to your open A string. Go ahead. Okay, so that was A. Next note is B. This is the high 2. We're going to keep the space between 1 and 2 violins and violas. High 2 on our G. Cellos, this is your third finger on G. Okay, basses, this is 1 on your A. Go ahead. B. Next note is C. Okay, 3 on your G, violins and violas. Cellos, this is 4 on your G. Basses, this is your I lost track. 4 on your A. C. Okay. Then it's open D for everybody. And then it's 1 for everybody. We share the fingerings in a couple of these. 1 on your D. Good job. Now here's that F natural. Violins and violas, place your 2 next to your 1. 2 and 1 are buddies now to make this snazzy note. Yeah! Sorry. Low 2 on our D. Cellos, this is your just 2. You don't have to move your 2 around. It's just your regular 2. Put it there. Hovering fingers. So 2 down, hovering fingers. Don't hide your fingers. Bass, this is going to be also a 2 for you. So it's 2 for everybody, but violins and violas, low 2. Sneak it next to the 1. They're buddies. F natural. Okay, and then we finish it with the note we started on, G, 3rd finger on our D string, violin and viola. Cellos, it's your 4th finger on your D, and basses, you've gotten to your open G string. Here's that final G. Okay, so I'm going to put on a jazz beat, and I'll play through the scale with me, or you can watch and figure it out if that helps. And then we'll do some improvising and some extensions.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat.
This is Jim Dooley. He's got a great YouTube channel with some cool drum beats on it. I hope the volume's okay. I tested it out, but it might not be quite loud enough. The pulse is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? And if you need to direct it, it goes down, out, up. So it would be like this. Down, out, up, down, out, up. If you switch hands, same thing. Down, out, up, down, out, up, down, out, up. So you feel that pulse? I'm going to play a dotted half note on each note. Dotted half note. You've got your half note, right? And we add our dot. Okay, because the half note is 2 beats, and it adds half of that, which is 1. So 2 plus 1, it adds half of whatever it's attached to. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 beats long. So it's 1 whole measure. 3 whole beats. That way you can work on your smooth tone. Think about your contact patch. So G Mixolydian. Here we go. I'll shout out the letter names. 1, 2, 3, ready and go. G, A, B, C, D, E, F natural. Okay, so cellos, just remember you're using your 2 on the D string instead of your 3. Violins and violas, you're using your low 2 on the D dog string. Bass, you're playing a 2 instead of a 4 on your D string. Let's play it up again, and I'll come down this time. Get ready. G string. 1, 2, 3, ready and go. 1, A, B, C, D, E, F natural. Go back down now. Repeat the G. G, F natural, E, D, C, B, A, G. Cool. Okay. I'm going to play a rhythm on there. I'll play a dotted half note, quarter. So it'll be half note, quarter, half note, quarter, half on each one. Here I go. It sounds like this. Focusing on this 3/4 is that when you do bows like that, you know, the half note kind of takes up more space than the quarter note, so you have to manage. Either slow your bow down for the half note a little bit, or speed your bow up for the quarter note, or sometimes you can sneak a little bit of a bow, or sometimes you can just bow more lightly. It all depends on the style we're playing in and the needs of the music. So experiment, see if you can get it to go. Works best for me is to slow the half note down a little bit at the end. So my bow starts out with a big speed and then trails off so that I can catch up and not get lost. Otherwise, you're going to run out of bow. If I don't catch up on that bow, these are ketchup bows, right? Not mayonnaise bows, but ketchup bows. If I don't catch up, I'll run out of bow. too, unless you have big, long arms, longer than me. Some of you probably can manage out with that tip better than I can. Don't let your bow get crooked as you get out there. Either way, try to make your nice sound all the way up, and don't lose too much bow. If you have to catch a bow by jumping, that's okay. Let's play it one more time with the new rhythm. It'll be half note, quarter, half note, quarter, half note, quarter, half note, quarter, half. Okay? Ready? G. 1, 2, 3. Ready and go. G, A, B, C, E, F natural. Okay, so that is G Mixolydian. Cellos, I'll play it with you. And let's see, I've got to back up a little bit on my track here. Thank you, Mr. Dooley. Hey, cellos, I'm sitting on a stool here, so I look kind of funny. I'm a little bit high here. So when you play your D string, use a 2 instead of a 3, okay? Let's do half note dot. Oh, I hope that's not reversed. That's annoying. I'll have to fix that next time. If it's backwards, it shouldn't be backwards. Here we go. G Mixolydian scale. 1, 2, 3, ready and go. G to A, 2, 3, B, 4 now. D, E, F natural. And repeat the G, F natural down, 2. And if I've got violinists and violists with us, try to play the higher octave starting on your 3 on your D string, and then play up until you run out of fingers and go ahead. If you know how to play in 3rd position, you could play the scale in 3rd position, starting on your D string, 1 in 3rd position. Bass, see if you can play your starting on your G string and play up and up and up. Just keep changing fingers. It feels best to you. See if you can get up to your high G. There's a harmonic up there if you know what that one is. If a harmonic. And cellos will play the same rhythm again that the violins and violas did. Quarter or half note, quarter, half note, quarter, half note, quarter. Okay? Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. G, A, B, C, D, F natural. Repeat. G again. I'm losing my bow here. Okay, that's that for cellos. Here's some bass sounds. Okay. I need some rosin. Have you rosined your bow lately? Okay, here it comes. Let's do dotted half note. 1, 2, 3, 2 in your E. Open A. 1, 2. D. 1, 2. G. Repeat. 2 now D. 1 on the E. Open. 2. 1. Open. 2. Basses, you've got a repeating pattern. 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0. It stops before it finishes the pattern again, but our finger pattern is 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1. All right? Dotted half, quarter, half, note, quarter, half, note. It's even harder on bass to do that. I really got to save bow on the half notes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. A, 2, B, E1, F natural. Back down, G, F natural, E. Okay, that's G Mixolydian. And the pattern for G Mixolydian is to change it from a major scale. All you have to do is change the 7th note down by 1/2 step. So we call it a flat 7. So it's a major scale with a flat 7. And there's another way to figure it out. If you play only the white keys on the piano and you start on G, it will play the Mixolydian pattern. If you want to play it on other notes, you have to modify and figure things out. You have to know the major scale pattern first. But if you start on G, you'll play the series of half steps and whole steps. It will go, let's see, half, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step. And that's different than major. We'll talk, you can figure that out and compare the two. There's a challenge for you. Write down the whole and half step patterns of major, and right underneath them the whole and half step patterns of Mixolydian, and compare them. The difference is, again, on the last 2 notes. There's a larger space between the last 2 notes. I think I'm doing that backwards again. That's your guys' left. And we'll get this as we learn on, right? Mixolydian, let's look at the 2nd octave. So basses, if you want to keep going, there is a whole range of notes we can go. I'll do my best. I'm a cellist, so forgive me. My fingerings probably aren't very good, but I can almost hit the notes. Okay, so let's play them in half notes. I'll shout out fingerings. Dotted half notes. Here we go. Open G, 2, 3, ready, and go. First finger A, 4th, C shift, 1, 4, D, E shift, and now 2, now jump in 4. So that's a quick demonstration. That's in slow, it's open G, first finger A, 4th finger B, shift up a half step past that to our 1 on the C natural, then 4 on our high D. You can check that with your open D. Should be the same pitch if you're all in tune. Once you're on that D, you have to move up a whole step up to our E. I put a 1 on that one. A 1 for the E. And then I'm going to move a half step, so it's about a 1/4 inch up there. About that far. And you have to use your ear to practice that, unless you have a piano next door or a tuner, or sometimes if you play with a drone, if you have somebody playing, you can really tune your notes. Da, 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 da. So if you have a drone pitch, that'll help you find exactly where it is, or if you need some help placing a little mark there, we can sometimes do that. Pencil marks are usually okay, but better check with whoever owns the bass. If it's a school bass, check with your teacher. Okay, I'll play half note, 1/4 again, 2nd octave. Open 1, 4, shift 1, 4, shift 1, 2. Oops. Okay, I said 2. I had done 1 before. Either way works for us, depends on the situation. Open 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. I messed it up. Open 1, 4, 1, 4. Whole step shift 1, 1, 1, 1 shift works fine. 4 if you like. You can play a 2 before that if you like. And there we go. A little bit of the upper octave for cello. Oops. So if we start our 4 on our G string, the end of the scale we just did, I'll do dotted half notes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. 4, open A. 1, 2, 4, shift to 1, and 2. explanation of the shift there. When you get done with your fingers on the A string, we're done with your 4, we're going to slide our thumb pretty much into the crook of the neck. Right about there is usually right. And we're going to go, that's called 4th position. 1, 2, 3, 4th position. And right about there, we should have a mark. If not, we can help you get those tapes on there. Let us know. And then you just play a 2 and a 4, kind of in your just relaxed hand shape. There's not much spreading most of us need to do to get there. But again, listen to the notes. If you play it with a tuner or a drone, or along with the recording, you can hear if you're missing some of the notes. Okay, you ready? 4 on your D. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. One shift, 2 now. Let's go back down. 2, 1, shift back to 4. That's the hard one too. 1. Forgot some of my fingerings there. This shift, if you're having troubles with it, break it down. So go really slowly, slide the finger that you had before, and then replace it and tune that last note. Same thing for bass, you can practice those slide shifts too. Half note, quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the D, and go. A, 1, 2, 4, shift up, 2. Okay, let's try viola, 2nd octave. Violins, you have the same thing. Violins don't have to shift if they don't want to, but I think I'd like to see you try. Shifting on the violin and viola requires to have a good setup for your shoulder. This one's a little hard to do it with, but it's better than nothing. Should be able to hold the instrument without any support. It requires a little bit of tension, but we should be as relaxed as possible. Basically, for our high octave, we'll take our 3 on our D string, and we'll remember where that is, or look at our tape, and slide our 1 up to that place. So you might even try this game. Sliding the 1 up to that place. And the finger pattern to play this scale will be whole step, half step, 2nd string, whole step. Now half step 2 and 3, whole step 4. Okay, so your pattern on the D string, I have to think about that, is 2-3 pattern, whole step, 3-4 pattern, whole step, half step, and then you switch it around to a 2-3 pattern. So again, finding your 3rd finger spot on your D string, and here's the pattern. Whole step 2, whole step 3, close 4. Next string, get ready. Here's the 1, whole step, 3 close. I'm not very good at narrating those because I have to think hard about this. I'm a cello player. So play it in time again. Ready? Dotted half notes. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. 2, 3, 2. High 3. Close 4. 1 again. High 2. Low 3. And 4. You know, I said low 3. That's not really right. It feels like a regular 3 to us in 1st position. But we should be thinking about half steps and whole steps, close fingers and far fingers. And then, of course, the higher you go, the more you can reach. And those half steps and whole steps become even closer, and you can blast fingers even farther apart than just a step. That's the 2nd octave for all the instruments. And let's play some echoes, see what kind of fun it is. Because this is a good way to have some fun when you're making up your own song. So I'll play the lower octave for now. And I'm going to start on the high G, so the top of our scale, and I'll play a pattern and have you echo back. Ready? I'll just use G first. And go. G, 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 G. I'm going to add F natural, the note below it. 2 for cellos, low 2 for violin, viola, 2 for bass. So open G, 2 for bass. So G and F. My turn. G, 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 F. I didn't sing it while I was playing it. Here I go again. G, 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 F. Go. G, 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 F. My turn. G, F, G, ready, and go. G, F, G, ready, my turn. G, 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 F, and go. G, 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 F. Cool. And if I add one more, I think I would add the D. So open D string for all of us. I think if you're playing it in the low octave. Here I go. G, G, F, D. I didn't sing it for you. G, 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 F, D, and go. G, 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 F, D. Reverse that. D, 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 F, G, your turn. D, 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 F, G. And I'm going to do a faster one with those same notes. G, F, D, F, G, D, and your. And it's just a pattern of G, F, D, F, G. I'll play it again. Here I go. I did a little scoop slide on the G. That's fun. What if I try ending on the C? What if I extend it down to the C? If I go G, F, D, C. Okay, so bass 2 on your A, 3 for violins and violas on our G string, 4 on our G string for cellos. I'm going to try to go down that pattern. G, F, D, C. Okay, here I go. G, F, D, C. Go now. G, F, D, C. Repeat. Or reverse that. Here I go. C, D, F, G. Your turn. C, D, F, G. No? Some of you got it, right? That was just that G, F, D. Okay. Let's see. I added a note. Did you get it? I'm adding a blues note in there. If you take a B flat and smear it into a B natural, like, oops, I forgot I was supposed to play B natural because I'm so cool. So that's not really Mixolydian. We're kind of getting into a blues scale, but with the style of music we have going on here, it kind of fits. So I've probably given you some stuff to play around with. See if you can find a beat to jam along with and make up your own pattern. With Mixolydian, maybe throw a B flat in there for good measure. And of course play it in the upper octave, see if you can play it there. Or cello, see if you can play it in thumb position. Put your thumb on the string, it kind of hurts. Oops, I missed my fill. So thanks so much. Have fun.